Even China. China don't want to admit that the original people in China that brought forward the dynastic periods of China were black. Japan doesn't want to admit that the original shogun was the priesthood that was brought from Kush. Indians don't want to admit that the Harappa and the Mohenjo-Daro civilizations were formed by Kushites. Koreans don't want to admit that Africans brought Koreans onto the islands of Japan, met another African people known as the Ainu, and created what we today call the Japanese culture. Even in America, they don't want to admit that the original people were the Twa people over 100,000 years ago, coming to this part of the world.
Tell your son he is a Sarah, a son of God. Tell your daughters he is Sitra, a son of a God. Tell them they are the Christ. That's who they are. That's why they exterminated the Gnostics. Now, in the Medu Neter right over here, now everybody's going to have to shift down there while the others can come in. So again, this validates it right here. You know what this Medu Neter is now. What is that? Teta, 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 teta. Teta means what? Come on, brothers and sisters. Teta means what? Eternity. Eternity. We've been going over this now. Teta is eternity. Eternity of what? The Ka-Ankh. Look at this is plural. See the lines? That's plural. That means the eternity of the spiritual life. And what is that spiritual life? That's this that you saw on the other side. This is what the Romans did. This validates it right here in the books in stone. But the curly-haired priests, they did not put their names here. They did not see the Bredet, which is the Bredet, the word off evil. So they didn't put their name in there because they were evil. They were the usurpers of the thrones of Kemet, the Greeks and the Ptolemies. So they could not read the Medu Neter, so they didn't even know that their name was not even the royal Shanu. And that was the sign that the curly-haired priests left us to show that here we see Haru Bredet is flying to make sure that their name would not be on the royal throne of Kemet. They did not see their spirit as the Teta Ka-Ankh. They did not see them everlasting spiritual life that we see right here, because they were the usurpers of the throne of Kemet, and that's what you will see even when we see over there with those Shanus that are blank right there. So that's what makes this the books in stone. Here we got proof and validation. Most of the people come in here, these Europeans, they're just looky-loos and it's looked at as pagan and heathen. But if just this little section was broken down, would be an eye-opener. As one European woman was coming through, female, she was coming through, and she said, oh, look at that. We're not getting that. Can we be in your group? No. This is for us, to go take us out of what the Ma'afa has done to us. Okay, to bring us back as a whole, as a people again. There's a process that took us through slavery, but there's never been a process to take us out of slavery now. And this is the process. And restoring a bit above all to see our own divinity, and above all see our own spiritual deity, like Amen, in our own image that we say at the end of our prayers.